Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We from group 6 want to explain about molecule and compound. There is 4 participants in group 6. It's me, Audi, and also my friend, Tahara, Sabila, and Aulia. The next material will be explained by Shahara. Time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Audi. Molecular compounds. A molecule is an electrically neutral particle consisting of 2 or more atoms. Experimental evidence for molecule, one phenomenon that points to the existence of molecules is called Brownian motion, named after Robert Brown. There is additional evidence for molecules looking more closely. Within molecules, the atoms are held to each other by attraction called semicell bonds, which are electrical in nature. The semicell formula that we write to describe the composition of molecules are called molecular formula, which specify the actual number of atoms of each kind that make up a single molecule. Molecular compound made from nonmetals. Compound made from nonmetal as a general rule. Molecular compounds are formed when nonmetallic molecular C element combine. For example, we learned that H2 and O2 combine to form molecules of water. Although molecular compounds can be formed by the direct combination of elements, often they are the products of reaction between compounds. Although there are relatively few nonmetals, the number of molecular substances formed by them is high. This is because of the variety of ways in which nonmetals combine as well as the varying degrees of complexity of their molecules. Okay.
Okay, the next material will explain by Sabila. Can you hear me? I think Sabila have unstable connection, so it will next by me. Okay, I will explain about writing for organic compound. Organic formula can be written in different ways. For example, C2 and H6 for ethane and C3 and H8 for propane. We can indicate the number of each type of atom in the molecule. The order of the element in the molecular formula start with carbon, since it is the basic for organic compounds, and follow by hydrogen, and then the rest of the elements are written in alphabetical order. For example, sucrose is C12H22 and O11. For the first molecule is carbon and followed by hydrogen and then oxygen. Condensate structural formula indicate how the carbon atoms are connected. For example, ethane in condensate structure is CH3 and CH3. Okay, next one is binary molecular compounds. To identify the first element in a formula, we just specify its English name. For example, hydrogen chloride, the symbol is HCl. First word in the name is hydrogen, the symbol is H. And the next sample is PCl5. The first word is phosphorus. And to identify the second element, we append the suffix "ede" to the stem of the element is for phosphorus pentachloride. P is phosphorus and Cl have 5 atoms. So we know that 5 is symbolized by penta. So the name is phosphorus pentachloride. Okay. The prefix mono is used when we want to emphasize that only one atom of a particular element is present. For example, carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide. C have one atom, and we don't write 1 and C. The prefix mono is often omitted from a name. An exception to this is in the names of binary compounds of nonmetals with hydrogen. An example is hydrogen sulfide. The name tells us the compound contains the two elements. There are hydrogen and sulfur. So we don't know the number of atom for hydrogen sulfide, but we can use table periodic for determine the number of hydrogen atom and molecules of the simple nonmetal. Hydrogen containing compound sulfur is in a group 6A. So to get the noble gas column is group 8A. And we have to move to step to the right. The number of hydrogen combined with the atom of sulfur is 2. So the formula for hydrogen sulfide is H2NS. Okay, Sabila, not yet here. And it will be next by Aulia.
Okay, thank you, Audi. The naming of ionic compound is depend upon the type of ionic molecule formed from alkali metals, alkaline earth metals, or transition metals, binary metal to nonmetal. When a metal and nonmetal form an ionic molecule, the metal will retain the element name and the non-metal with taken the suffix ID. NaCl is sodium chloride, KBr, potassium bromide, Ca2, kalium iodide. For transition metals, we are reminded that these elements can carry more than one charge and can be named with stock naming using Roman numerals to indicate the ionic charge, or common naming using the suffix "ik" and "os". The "ik" suffix is used for the greater charge and "os" for the lesser charge. That's it.
Okay, thank you, Aulia. I think Sabila can join now. So it will be explained by me. Okay. For hydrogen-containing compounds, among all the elements, carbon is unique in the variety of compounds it forms with elements such as hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. The study of organic chemistry begins with hydrocarbons, compounds of hydrogen and carbon. The simplest hydrocarbon is methane, CH4, which is a member of a series of hydrocarbon with the general formula is CN H2N plus 2, where N is an integer, a whole number. So hydrogen-containing compounds, hydrogen forms a ferritic compound with other elements, and the formulas of the simple hydrogen compounds of the nonmetals, called nonmetal hydrides, are given in table 3.7.6. These compounds provide an opportunity to observe how we can use the periodic table as an aid in remembering factual information. In this case, the formulas of the hydrogen compounds of the nonmetals notice that the number of hydrogen atom combined with the nonmetal atom equals the number of space to the right that we have to move in the periodic table to get to a noble gas. So, about formula belonging to the alkana series, we can see the table that if we need n and number 3, we just substitute 3 in n. So it will be C3 and H2 equal 3. So it will be C3 and H3 plus 5. So the result is C3 and H8, and the name is propan. Okay, Sabila will be here now. Can you hear my voice? I'm not connecting to audio. Okay, Sabila, I think you can repeat my explanation. Time is yours.
Okay. Among all elements such as hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen, the study of organic chemistry began with compounds of hydrogen and carbon. The simplest hydrocarbon is methane, CH4, which is a member of series of hydrocarbon with the general formula CnH2n plus 2, where is an integer. And this table is example. And hydrogen containing compound is a variety of compounds with other element of the simple hydrogen compound of the nonmetals called nonmetal hydrides are given. These compounds provide an opportunity to observe how we can use the periodic table as an aid in remembering factual information in this case. The formula of the hydrogen compounds of the nonmetals notice that the number of hydrogen atoms combined with the nonmetal atom equals the number of space to the right that we have to move in the periodic table to get to a noble gas. Done.
That's enough, Sabila, for you.
Yes, enough, Audi.
Thank you, Sabila. I think it's all for me from group 6. Sorry for if the problem or any mistake and explanation. Thank you very much for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.